get to the island ourselves, the three of us, or just use a tank?
No, you can. He's about to basically land the ship in the port. It's fine. You're not flying the kingdom's flag, so no one really knows who you are specifically. As long as you don't advertise that you are with a navy ship.
It's just a ship with a huge kraken written on it.
Yeah, there shouldn't be too many issues. Like, ships come and go, and generally people know better than to poke their noses into business that isn't theirs. So as long as you don't go advertising, things hang around. And he is actually, surprisingly enough, willing to do that.
I think it's high time we find our lizard friend. What do you say?
This is what we came here for. Sorry.
And Steve.
Of course.
He owes me my spoon back.
Spoon back?
Spoon.
The fucking spoon.
There is no spoon.
Bone spoon. Goblin bone spoon.
Goblin bone spoon.
As you get off the ship, you see three people approach you. One of them being the huge figure of a female half-orc, and she's flanked by two really burly-looking human men. And she wanders up to you as you get off the boat, and she says, "That your ship?"
I'm gonna walk up to her, get like relatively close to her face. None of your fucking business.
She looks down at you and she says, "Very much my business. I'm the Arbor Master. Anyone who docks here needs to pay the tax."
Can I just get in closer and say, "This ship belongs to our god Broken. If you want him to pay, you have to pray to him."
I swear that's gonna get us killed here.
I don't care who this ship belongs to, and if it's your great aunt Jemima. Pay the tax or fuck off.
What's your tax?
200 gold.
I'm gonna incite that because I think she's bullshitting. I'm gonna look at her like 200 fucking gold my ass. I'll pay you 25.
It is a great honor to have Broken's ship
willing
docked here.
to pay.
Come on, roll 20.
Is she even a
Alright.
dockmaster?
To answer your question, Boris, yes, she is. She's like wearing the vest of an official.
Think stuff.
Yeah, yeah, it's a staff. Janice, while it is very much customary to pay a tax, it is about double of what you would usually have to pay for a ship of this size. She's definitely asking for too much.
I sure as hell know you're asking for way too much. So either you lower it down or we're gonna have trouble here.
Special tax for foreigners. Especially foreigners I don't like.
I look her up and down like, coming from a half-orc.
And a racist, you know.
Well,
you're gonna have a good time here.
what's foreign to you is foreign to
Want
me,
to
isn't
call
it?
the guards over if you're insisting on causing trouble.
No, I just want to pay a reasonable fee that you're trying to scam me from.
200. Pay or get out of here.
125.
And you know what? For how much you were an asshole, 300.
125.
320.
150.
340.
150.
It's just not working.
50 in this tank.
Can I arm wrestle this half orc for a lesser tax or something?
Sorry,
Can I
what?
arm wrestle this half orc for a lesser tax or something?
Oh, sure.
How would you get her to do that?
I would agree to pay 400 gold if I lose, or 25 gold if I win.
Sounds like a win-win situation.
She sort of sizes you up and down. And she says, alright. Sounds good, little boy. And she grins.
Bless him, man. Bless him.
And she says, but no magic shenanigans, alright? Just you and me, raw strength. No cheating.
Can I do some magic on the sly?
You can try and give me some stealth magic, but that might piss her off and cause the deal to, fall through.
I can't just like fly into a rage. Actually, I don't need to. I got the bear.
You've got the bear. Yeah, actually, no, I'm good. I won't do anything.
But if you'll rage, you'll have advantage on strength, athletics checks.
But he's got the bear. He's got
to push pull lift.
He gets it anyway.
Yeah.
I just need to find her character sheet. 1 second.
It's gonna be +7.
Where are you? How much strength did... Oh god, it's not loading.
Sounds like +0 to me.
You wish. Alright, 5e tools, where are you? Ah, there we go. Alright. Jesus.
+5. Looks
Give
like
me a strength check. An athletics check, even. Die Stolgig.
An athletics check. I can get away with that?
Yes, you can.
Alright.
Well, I think it is athletic check.
It is, yeah.
I don't think you'll be.
Alright. You stand next to some barrels and you fight, and you fairly easily knock her hand down. And she just spits and grumbles. Beginner's luck. Fine. 25.
That's right. Gonna pay her the money. Stolge. Remember the name.
Survival of the fittest.
Just get out of here. And she pockets the money and starts turning around with her goons, heading back to her little office.
I'm gonna pat Stolgig on the back. Good man.
See? Easy. Strength wins all battles.
And you are in the Styze. What do you want to do?
Well, I believe we need to go find this drunken crab, yes? I'm gonna...
Why did you have to find that again? Remind me. What did I tell you?
I do believe that's where Litrix and Thingy were heading to.
Ah, right.
If I believe correctly.
Yes.
That's what the bird told us?
Sounds about...
No, that
I think that's what Galen told you.
Galen told you from his informants.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
They saw them head into the crab.
I'm gonna go
right.
to the nearest, like, kind of dock worker, and what's he look like? Does he look kind of like? Give me a description. So I'm working with here.
He's an older human. He looks like he had the pox but survived. Like his face is pretty disfigured. He's dirty as all hell. He looks like he could do with a meal or two. He's not like super malnourished, but he also doesn't look like too healthy. And he's carrying a cake that's like twice his size, but he's carrying it fairly easily.
Mm-hmm.
And he looks you up and down and says, fella like you might find himself in trouble here.
Why do you say that?
Now look at your fancy clothes and those weapons. Basically asking to be robbed in these parts.
Well, maybe attention is what I need. Maybe answers is what I'm getting.
Attention gets you killed here.
Well, we'll find out. So, you think you could help one of these, you think you could help me out here, old man? You look like you need a bit of a meal, maybe a drink or two.
What do you need?
Drunken crab. You know it?
Of course. Right around the corner. Down that alley, take a right. Go until the rotten tree and then take a left and it's right there in the corner.
Alright. Anything I need to worry about in regards to that inn? And then I flip him 10 gold.
Jesus. He takes it, looks around, quickly pockets it, hopes that no one has seen it.
He retires.
And he says, the inn itself isn't too bad. It's mostly for the fishermen around here. Just don't cause any trouble and you should be fine. It's not one of the worst inns in this area. Just listen. Don't flaunt your money like this and stay off the roads at night. They say they caught the killer, but I don't believe him one bit.
I'm sorry, what? Killer?
Yeah, the lantern ghost killer.
I mean, isn't everyone a killer around here?
What? No. We're hard-working folk here.
Oh, of course. My bad. Maybe the stories I heard were not true.
I mean, I'll admit that this town has gone to shit, but that doesn't mean all of us are bad. Most people are just trying to make a living. An honest living, by that.
Apologies, sir. I did not mean to offend. Well, care to maybe explain about this killer of yours? And then I'd like to ask something else, if you don't mind.
He just puts the cake down, and it makes like a thunk, and you realize that it's been empty, which is why he was able to carry it so easily. And he sort of leans on it, and he says, well, for past weeks, almost months, there's been a killer going on, murdering people in the most gruesome way. They couldn't catch him for the longest time, they say. Those that saw him said that he always had carried a lantern with him, but he was like a ghost, so they called him the Lantern Ghost Murderer. Gruesome sight every time they found one of its victims just sliced to pieces. Real horrible. But then they caught a young lad, said he was it, said they caught him red-handed. They hung him just yesterday, and he points over, and you can actually see on one of the the harbor sides, basically dangling over the water, there's the corpse of a young man. Fairly fresh corpse, got hanged yesterday.
That's a very helpful detail, thank you.
Just gonna look over like, huh.
And but he leans in and he says, listen, between you and me, I heard that this night they found another corpse. Telling you, that kid wasn't actually it.
So you think they just hung this kid to make it seem like they've done something?
Make it seem like they caught him, yeah? To keep us calm, make us relaxed, make us believe that everything's fine, but I'm telling you, the murderer is still out there. But
well, if that's the case, then I guess this town has gone to shit, hasn't it?
Just shrugs. I can't do much about it. Up until now, I didn't have the money to leave, but now I can grab the missus and get out of here. Much obliged, by the way, sir.
Anytime. I have one more question for you.
Hi.
And that is, have you seen a little goblin walking around with the lizard folk? Probably arrived maybe about a week ago.
Oh yeah, I've seen him. I've seen him. I remember.
What?
Oh,
Where?
they docked just over there. They're fairly nice. Had some people with them. Headed for the crab. Seemed like fairly nice people.
Alright. Well, if that's all you've seen, then that's perfectly fine, and I'm just gonna slip him another 5 gold. Thanks for your time.
Appreciate it too, but seriously, please be careful around here. These streets are dangerous.
I'm gonna stop, look at him, and just be like, we can handle ourselves. Right, guys?
What are you two mumbling about? Because you two were whispering, I guess.
God damn it, Boris, pay attention.
What? I can't hear you. I'm old.
Yeah, the guy just leaves the keg where it is and hurries off. He's out of there.
Who is this
Just
man,
got
Janice?
Just
More
some
money than he's ever seen in his life.
nice civilian from the Styze. Don't worry about
Do you
him.
know him?
Well, now I do.
What's his name?
Janice.
Sounds believable.
Is it your long lost brother?
He looks quite old.
I'm
He
quite
looks
old.
more like me.
Well, Drunken Crab's only around the corner. I say we go there. Maybe scout it out before we actually go in.
Alright, I was gonna say, do we kick in the door, but we could scout it out.
I think it's probably a good idea to stay low-key for a while.
Yeah, maybe.
Until we can find a means to be not so low-key, if you know what I mean.
I don't know what you mean.
Neither
Since
do
we
I.
are, since we're still on the port,
Yep.
is there any chance that we can find like sheets covering some boxes with provision stuff, like rags, like big rags and stuff like that?
Yeah, definitely.
I'd like to pinch one of those to use as a cape.
Sure. Yeah, you can definitely find some old rags, like the big sheets. It doesn't it looks like you are, you're wearing just a top essentially, but at the same time it does its job. It conceals your armor, and it's also going to protect you against rain. So there you go.
Waterproof, nice. Leather coat.
I'm just gonna take my mantis cloak and just kind of like wrap it around the front of me and put the hood on.
Yeah, that doesn't help. The mantis coat is fancy as fuck, and also not dirty at all.
Well, I'm gonna grab some shit from the deck and rub it on it. I don't know. I just try to dirty it up, like rip pieces of it, whatever I can.
I expect.
Go ahead. No, go ahead.
I was just gonna say that Stolgik might be probably wearing keep on wearing his muscle armor.
I've got my cloak of protection. I don't know
Alright.
how it looks.
Yeah, the problem with magical items is that they are fairly obvious in that they stay pristine. They are always very well worked because they are worth a lot, and they are always pretty and adorned with, expensive shit, basically. So the cloak will help to some degree for both of you, but at the same time, it's not as effective as what Boris did.
Well,
Alright,
I'm not
well.
hiding the axe or the cloak, so they're on full show.
But if you want, there are also plenty of stores around. You're at the port side, which is, a place where you can buy shit. So if you just wanna buy a cloak to conceal yourself, you can do that as well.
I don't really want to pay for the rag.
Yeah, I'm just gonna take my cloak off then and put it in the bag of holding.
Alright. That's
and then leave it as that.
I'm just gonna roll with what I've got on, daring anyone to rob me.
Okay.
Just gonna brag about.
I'm kind of a jogging on this. Like.
Yeah, no, that's fair. Like, it's completely up to you how you go about this. And I mean, at the same time, like, if you seem rich, but you are also, all of you are pretty much heavily weaponized, so, you know, it probably depends on the thief, but it might also keep most of the people away from YouTube because they're like, okay, big axe, no thank you.
That's right. It's like a brightly coloured frog, it's a warning.
Yeah. Basically. Where are you going?
The Drunken Crab, I see.
Right. You head to the Drunken Crab. Yeah, you do see people watching you, but it's probably more because you're new in town and less because of what you look like. But you do notice that there's basically constantly eyes on you wherever you go. And you head down the alley and you come to a small square that has a probably once beautiful but now completely rotten tree on it, and it also has, for whatever reason, a bunch of small dolls hanging from it, like rag doll. It's like different kinds of dolls. All of them look like they would be child's toys, or would have been child's toys. There's like rag, like dolls made of rags. Some look like they might have been like soldiers. Some look like they might have been dress-up dolls, you know, that sort of shit. But they're all weathered and fucked, and they're all dangling from this rotten tree.
I'm just curious, like, could I inspect the tree to, like, find out if those dolls are some sort of curse?
Yeah, of course.
Would that be Arcana or?
Yeah, give me an Arcana check. That's a good check.
This tree looks dodgy. Fuck. Nope.
Nice.
She didn't see that 19 roll.
Yeah. She will be back. There she is. Well, that's 2 out of the way.
I'm
One
back.
more and we're good.
I just noticed that it happened exactly when I rolled for Arcana.
Yup. I don't know what you rolled. I
19.
have to log in. 19?
19, yeah. 90, yeah.
Alright. Okay. You go up to the tree and you look at it, and you don't really see anything that might hint at any magic or curse going on. And then you notice a little plaque at the bottom, and it just says to the little lost souls.
I see. Let us keep going then.
You also see a sign of it's one of the less decrepit buildings in the area, and it's depicting a crab with a keg of ale. And you also notice in one of the side streets you hear some clamoring and some shouting. But you can't see anything right now.
Well,
What would you like to do?
I say we check out that clamoring.
Alright?
Is everyone good with that? Exactly. maybe a friend we can make. Yeah, let's go see what's down the alley. Kraken would approve, right, Boris, if we go help this man out? Woman, whatever it might be?
We haven't been here for an hour. You look for trouble already.
Trouble? Whatever are you talking about? I give him a smirk.
I tell you, you will need Kraken over there.
The guy at the port did tell you to stay out of trouble.
I'm gonna grab Boris by like the rag he's got over him and just be like, well, I guess that means you're coming with, and start kind of like pushing him along.
Alright, you head down the alley and it sort of, goes in a bit. Sorry. Goes around the corner a bit. And you notice about a dozen children chasing and tormenting an elderly human. They are like running around him, they are like throwing stones at him. You see a few grown-ups sort of in the background watching, and a few of them are laughing. And the kids are basically running around and calling him a traitor, a friend of murderers, telling him to get out, as he's like, trying to block off their stones.
So was it a kid they're throwing stones at, or an old man?
About a dozen of children are throwing like small stones at an old, feeble-looking man.
Okay, all right. Sorry, I missed that last part.
Yeah.
I'm gonna grab a stone off the floor and chuck it straight into one of the kids' heads that's chucking stones, and just shout out, "Hey, get out of here!"
My turn.
You hit it like right on the noggin, and it like looks at you, eyes go wide as it starts crying and runs off. Like, wah, wah. And the others are quickly following it and running away from you guys because you seem very scary.
Goddamn little shits.
The old man looks at you and he says, thank you, kind souls. Very nice of you.
What was going on here, old man?
Oh, it's just children. They repeat what they hear from their parents. It's not their fault, really. You can't blame them.
Well, no, but I can tell them to piss off. What were they talking about? Friend of the killer.
Well, it's a bit of an unfortunate story. I'll tell it to you, but would you mind escorting me back to my home? It's not far. Just I'm a bit weary. I need to sit down.
Boris, can you help this man out or what?
It was your idea from the start.
Yes, but I'm not the bloody healer, am I?
He's not wounded or anything. He's just
weary.
Yeah,
all right.
He's just weary.
Stroggy, you want to take one arm and I'll take the other? We'll get this old buffoon back to his apartment.
I think I can do it on my own.
All right.
You think you've like a doubt?
Over the shoulder.
Alright, you just pick up the old guys. He's right, that way. You really, I could walk on my own.
No, we can't.
Not anymore.
Alright, it takes you like 2 or 3 minutes to get to his house. It's about as decrepit as everything else in this place. But he invites you in, and he he invites you in, and he says, well, thank you a lot, kind souls. Would you like some tea?
No, I'm perfectly fine. I have tea of my own. Thank you.
Oh my.
Just as
Oh
long as
my-
you're safe.